Dubai's crown prince, who goes by the name Fazza, is one of the richest royals in the world, with a personal net worth of $400 million. However, the Dubai royal family is worth much more than that, an estimated $18 billion. Growing up with that kind of wealth, it's no surprise the prince has some extravagant taste. He has everything from amphibious vehicles and his own fleet of luxury tanks to millions of dollars worth of exotic animals, including the most expensive horse and camel in the entire world. From yachts to exciting hobbies, here's how the Royal Prince of Dubai spends his millions. Let's start with where he lives. Of course, the prince, who goes by the title Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, has plenty of options when it comes to luxury homes. The Dubai family owns plenty of expensive properties around the world, but these are the ones favorited by Fazza. The first is the Royal Palace, because how could anybody not love living in this place? The Zabil Palace is estimated to be worth as much as $500 million, and officially belongs to the ruler of Dubai and Fazza's father, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. These photos are from when the palace was lit up for an array of royal weddings. While the interior has been kept pretty private and visitors are allowed nowhere near the royal home, these shots of another of Dubai's royal palaces give us an idea of just how opulent it is on the inside. In fact, most of Dubai's royal palaces are in the same area, which is basically a large complex of several palaces where most royal family members live. To get away from life in Dubai, the prince has a favorite spot in Vancouver, Canada. He owns a $55 million penthouse at the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel. Nice, huh? Originally, Fazza bought just one penthouse in the building for $25 million in 2017. But why buy one when you can have three? But then he quickly bought 3 sub-penthouse units just underneath it, bringing the total investment to $55 million, and reportedly, he paid in cash. Now the luxury penthouse covers 15,000 square feet over the building's top 3 floors. It features all-glass walls for amazing views of the Canadian city's downtown, a loft seating area, a spacious kitchen, an office, and multiple living rooms and lounges. The prince also has ties to another luxurious hotel, but he doesn't just own a penthouse in this one. He owns the whole thing. Zabil Investments is a private investment company owned by Fazza that owns tons of properties across the United Arab Emirates, including the Hotel Jumeirah Zabil Saray, located on the famous man-made luxury island of Palm Jumeirah. The Dubai hotel costs $12 billion to construct and has its own indoor and outdoor pools, access to private beaches for its guests, and tons of luxury suites. There are 405 rooms for guests, plus 38 royal residences where the Dubai royals, including Fazza, can enjoy a taste of the Zabil luxury meant just for them. Fazza has been called a bit of an animal whisperer, a reputation he earned because of all the exotic pets he owns. His collection includes tigers, elephants, lions, and plenty of distinguished peacocks, but there's probably nothing more impressive than his camel, because it's the most expensive camel in the entire world. While searching for the world's greatest camel to add to his collection, just like the rest of us do all the time, the prince picked this one out of 17,000 candidates. He bought the camel for $2.7 million, and it's been a star on his Instagram account ever since. Finally, an Instagram account worth following. While less expensive, Fazza's falcons are also some of his favorite animals. The prince has individual falcons flown into the United Arab Emirates thanks to his falcon dealer, Bring Close, who provides the prince with falcons exclusively. While we aren't sure exactly how much Fazza spends per falcon, he's expected to own hundreds, and they can win the prince more than $100,000 anytime they win a race or competition. Does ESPN run falcon racing? Check that. Prince Fazza even has another animal that's expected to be the most expensive of its kind. One of his prized show horses reportedly cost the prince $1.8 million, and he's been spotted showing it off at competitions all over the world. The prince is believed to own more than 1,000 horses across the world, and he has at least 120 camels on his farm in Dubai. While the prince could choose to get around on the backs of camels, horses, and elephants, he usually opts for his multi-million-dollar car collection, which includes multiple gold vehicles. These flashy golden cars include a gold Rolls-Royce Phantom worth an estimated $8.2 million. He also has a golden Lamborghini Aventador worth $7.5 million, a Porsche 918 Spyder with a price tag of $5.8 million, and a gold Range Rover Vogue expected to be worth at least $3.2 million. He also has a Lamborghini Veneno Roadster worth $4.5 million. When the car was released in 2014, only 9 were ever produced, and he had the car gold-plated for an unspecified but probably extravagant amount of money. But the most most expensive golden vehicle he owns is a Mercedes-AMG G63, worth an astonishing $9.6 million. His other non-golden, how dare he, luxury vehicles aren't really any less impressive. He has an Aston Martin 177 worth $1.9 million that was once thought to be the most expensive car in the world. It gets his name because there are only 77 of these cars in existence. His Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport is another unique addition to his collection. It's got a strange reptilian body, can reach speeds of 250 miles per hour, and it cost the prince $1.7 million. He also has a LaFerrari worth $2.1 million and a sleek Ferrari F12 Berlinetta worth $1.5 million. Okay, enough about the cars. What about his fleet of tanks? Prince Fazza owns an extraordinary collection of luxury tanks. Is that a thing? Yeah, beloved by the rich. They can plow over any terrain, from sand and mud to snow, and they're also military grade and nearly indestructible. The prince has been spotted using them for joyrides in the deserts of Dubai. These ripsaw tanks cost $495,000 for a single-seat model, $545,000 for 2 seats, and $595,000 for 4 seats, in case you're thinking of buying one. Since the prince seems to love to drive in any terrain possible, he's also got quite the collection of amphibious cars. The prince used to be a big fan of the Python, but now he's upgraded to the next best thing, the Panther. Though the Python can reach a record-setting speed on water, about 60 miles per hour, it has an enormous $300,000 price tag. The newer Pythons are even faster, but they're also cheaper and expected to cost $135,000. See, that's affordable. The prince spent $800,000 in total on multiple Panthers to add to his collection to get a head start on the water vehicle trend before they officially hit the market. For a more relaxed time on the sea, Prince Fazza also owns a few luxurious super yachts. One of them is the $70 million Esmeralda, but his most expensive yacht that he bought in 2013 cost $180 million, and it has everything he could possibly need on water, including a gym designed by Usain Bolt, several pools, and a personal spa, and a helicopter landing pad. And of course, the prince also has his own private plane. He uses the Boeing 747-400, which cost about $260 million. The Dubai Royal Air Wing has a fleet of them that can be used by members of the royal family. However, he also likes to fly first class on Emirates, which costs a minimum $600 per hour of flight time. Tickets across the globe can easily exceed $20,000 each. So there's one last question. How has the prince racked up such an impressive personal net worth? Does he really work for his money? Well, of course, there's Zabeel Investments. The private investment company helps keep personal money in the prince's pockets, and the company has invested billions on buildings and construction projects. But obviously, most of the prince's net worth is thanks to his connections as a member of the royal family. While most of Fazza's hobbies are just for fun, he's incredibly talented and takes part in a lot of competitions. He's an award-winning horse rider, semi-professional skydiver, and an accomplished athlete. He's also a talented poet and photographer, and is the founder of the Hamdan International Photography Award. With so many incredible hobbies and millions to spend on them, he doesn't seem to spend much time in the office. But if you were a royal, wouldn't you do the same?
Saudi billionaire Turki bin Abdullah has a $22 million car collection that will make your jaw drop. The uber-wealthy royal never misses an opportunity to show off his gold-plated supercars and luxury cruisers, and he even racked up some hefty parking fines when he was driving his whips around London. The globe-trotting prince is reportedly linked to the House of Saud, which at the time of writing was worth an estimated $1.4 trillion, so the parking fines didn't upset him too much. Here's a look at some of the fabulous gold supercars owned by Turki bin Abdullah. Prepare to be amazed. The most expensive gold car in Turki bin Abdullah's collection is his spectacular Bugatti Veyron. Bugatti Veyrons typically sell for $1.9 million, but when you wrap a Veyron in gold, expect the price to go way, way up. Bin Abdullah's gold-plated Veyron is worth an estimated $10 million, and it always turns heads when he takes it out for a spin. The Veyron might just be the most impressive supercar ever built. Bugatti developed the Veyron completely from scratch, and barely any parts or components from existing car concepts were used in its production. It's the pinnacle of supercar performance. The Veyron can reach a top speed of 408 kilometers per hour and is equipped with an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine. The powerful engine puts out more than 1,000 horsepower and can propel the Veyron from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Not every car in bin Abdullah's collection is an ultra-fast supercar. If he wants to cruise around in something a little bit more classy, he opts for his gold-plated Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe. The $4 million masterpiece has a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour and can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.1 seconds. Sure, it's not particularly fast, but that's not the point of owning a Rolls-Royce. It's about cruising in style and showing off. Bin Abdullah's 18-karat gold-wrapped Rolls-Royce is just as nice inside as it is outside. The luxurious interior of the Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe is decked out in the finest leathers, woods, metals, and fabrics. It really is the finest saloon car on the market. When Bin Abdullah wants to go off-roading, he hops in his Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. His $2.5 million G63 6x6 looks right at home tearing through the sandy dunes of Saudi Arabia's deserts. Bin Abdullah even posted a video of himself racing alongside a camel in his G63 6x6. With a top speed of 161 kilometers per hour, the camel didn't stand a chance. The AMG was only on the market for 2 years, so even the ones that aren't gold are fairly rare. Bin Abdullah's massive fortune likely came from oil and gas, so it might seem a bit strange that he owns a Porsche 918 Spider. The limited production mid-engine plug-in hybrid comes equipped with a 6.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack that delivers an all-electric range of 19 kilometers. Bin Abdullah's 918 Spider is not only gold, it's green too. The $1.5 million Marvel is incredibly fast. It has a top speed of 340 kilometers per hour and can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.6 seconds. What supercar collection would be complete without a Lamborghini? Bin Abdullah's Lamborghini Aventador SV is not quite one of a kind, but it's close. It's one of only 500, so it's no surprise it's worth $1.2 million. The gold wrap really makes this supercar stand out, as do the car's iconic scissor doors. Bin Abdullah took his Lamborghini Aventador SV for a spin in an upscale part of London and was slapped with a $110 parking ticket. But he wasn't bothered and continued having his lunch. $110 for Bin Abdullah is like a penny to us regular folks, so it's no surprise he was unfazed. The Fuzz also slapped a ticket on Bin Abdullah's G63 6x6 the same day. They must have been jumping for joy when they saw the gold cars parked on the street. Bin Abdullah's clearly a fan of Lambos because he owns a gold-plated Lamborghini Huracan. The $1 million beauty is equipped with a V10 engine and an electronically controlled all-wheel drive system that makes driving the supercar a breeze. Every Lamborghini is a work of art, so it's no wonder that Bin Abdullah is so fond of these spectacular supercars. The Bentley Flying Spur is one of the more affordable luxury cars on the market. The base price is just $187,000. However, Turki Bin Abdullah wanted to take his Flying Spur to the next level. What better way to do so than to wrap it in gold, of course? Bin Abdullah's $500,000 Bentley Flying Spur has a W12 engine that can generate 616 horsepower, so it's both powerful and flashy. A typical Range Rover Vogue is about as unassuming as you can get. However, the same can't be said for Turki Bin Abdullah's Range Rover Vogue. It's obviously wrapped in gold, but it also has a high-end Hamdan Motorsport tuning package. The $500,000 SUV has 322 horsepower instead of the standard 272, and is equipped with massage seats and a refrigerated storage compartment. The Range Rover Vogue can reach a top speed of 210 kilometers per hour and go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 8 seconds. Not bad at all for an SUV, although if he's in a rush, Bin